best thing about being a woman is the prerogative to have a little money. They're totally crazy.
We're back on this Thursday with Shania Twain. I recently sat down with the Canadian country legend who is opening up like never before about her childhood and the ups and downs of her life with the brand new album, Little Miss Twain, which features a collab with Tanya Tucker, who her late mother hoped she would be like one day.
Honey, you're gonna go far. According to my mother, I'm the next Tanya Tucker.
Last time we saw each other was a year ago, Calgary at the Stampede. You were just about to be the parade marshal, and I made this horrible mistake of comparing boots with you. Out of the two of us, I think I came in third place.
Okay.
Those boots were so good. We're a little tamer today, I see.
Well, I'm not getting on a horse.
Yeah, all right. Well, listen, let's talk about the new album. I've heard it described as everything from introspective to your most honest date. Would you agree with that?
I would. This album is all a reflection of the whole period of my life right up to my late 20s, till I got signed to my record deal. And those years were years where I was making a living with singing as a cover singer, and then writing songs, dreaming of the day I would become a recording artist and record my own songs. So, and all of that time was spent in Ontario, a lot of it up north, most of it up north.
Tell me about those days in the bars. Is it true you were 8 years old when you started singing in bars?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, those were really inappropriate places for an 8-year-old to be.
Mm-hmm.
But being the little singer, there was no other stage where I could really, my mother could get me up in front of a real audience.
I know a big theme on this record is mothers and daughters. Tell me a little more about your mom, Sharon, and particularly during that time, just how important her support was to you.
Until my mother died, she was 42 when she died. And I was 22. All of those 22 years, she was my manager, my coach, my agent, the one that would drive me around everywhere to these stages, and took my career very seriously. She was raising Little Miss Twain. She was raising what she thought was the next child superstar, the next Tanya Tucker. So I wrote a song, which is the title of the album, Little Miss Twain, and it is all about my reflection of the times when my mother and I would roll out of the driveway and make our way with the little gas that was left to the bar and sing from midnight on, because I couldn't get in the bars, before midnight until they stopped serving.
Now, in fact, Tanya Tucker is on Little Miss Twain, correct? You collaborate with her. What was that experience like? What sort of emotions were you feeling recording that song with her?
I was planning on reaching out to her and surprising her with the song, just as a gesture of thank you for all of your inspiration to me as a kid, and giving my mother this vision of what maybe someday her little daughter could become, which was wonderful.
Singing with her, could you feel Sharon? Could you feel your mother there, the presence?
Oh, absolutely. My poor mother, she would have done anything to have been there, to have witnessed it, to have heard the song. And Tanya Tucker was one of those keystone elements of that whole period of my life. So, and then never mind what it meant to my mother.
Yeah. Fast forward to today, and I know this album's a family affair. Your son wrote, produced part of this record alongside you. Were you thinking of your mom during that time, and maybe some of the lessons you'd learned from her and have passed on to him in his music career?
Absolutely. I'm a very different mother to my son than my mother was to me. I did not ever encourage my son to develop or pursue music in any way. So, and there were a lot of things that were difficult about having a mother that was always pushing you to do something that I didn't really want to be on the stage. I wanted to be in my room writing songs, telling stories. I was just doing it for my own pleasure, which is what I've left my son to do as well.
You know, you have been through so much, both professionally and personally, and it's one of the reasons why we love you, why we love Shania Twain, is because you are a resilient person. You've got a lot of resiliency. And I'm just wondering, for those that are maybe watching us right now that are looking for some of that in their own life, what's your key to being resilient?
Looking back on my life, experienced maybe a more concentrated level of ups and downs from the very beginning of my life through my parents. They're ups and downs basically, you know. But the only way to survive it with some sort of optimism and faith is to just keep pushing on. And, you know, brush yourself off. At some point, you just gotta keep going. You don't have I don't feel there's a choice. I feel you owe it to yourself to keep going.
Now, we also hear there might be a biopic in the works. Is that true? Are you thinking
It
about
is true.
putting your story on screen?
I'm very excited about sharing the facts, trying to make sure that everything is authentic as possible. You know, you see a lot of biopics that are, I mean, they're just their own story, really. They're not as related as they should be to the person that they're about. So
I want to make sure there's some authenticity there.
I really would love to be able to make sure. I really don't, I mean,
Is there a certain chapter of your life that you really want to highlight?
well, I mean, if it were up to me, I would make the whole movie about Little Miss Twain, because I'm just in this Little Miss Twain mode right now, and I think this is part of Shania that nobody knows about. And I think it's the most powerful, because it is who ended up writing all this music that everybody relates to. Yeah, I don't know. It's a compliment that Hollywood wants to make this into a movie, and that's the way I look at it. I just want to help make it as authentic and.
Do you have anybody in mind who you'd like to see play you?
I do, but I don't want to say.
Okay.
I don't want to jinx it.
Okay. Can you give me the initials?
No.
No. Okay. All right, A for effort there.
That's
I tried.
investigative journalism right there. You did
Right?
try.
Yeah.
High five.
That's pretty amazing. When you think about the success of the Michael Jackson biopic and how well it's done in theaters, you can only imagine what Shania's story
Yeah,
would be on the
and
big screen.
listen, when I think of another Canadian artist, Celine Dion, obviously she did a bit of a biography on kind of, you know, her health struggles, but that was so beautifully done. I can't wait to see her story on the big screen like that. Can I just say,
Yeah.
you did a wonderful interview. I can't remember the last time I saw Shania Twain that emotional in an interview.
Yeah, she's really opening up here about her childhood and her life, and it's all documented in music, the way that she communicates best. And Shania's new album, Little Miss Twain, is out tomorrow. I want to tell everybody about that, and you can actually pre-order it right now on her website. But always a thrill and such an honor to be able to catch up with Shania Twain.
What an icon. Great job.